Okay, let's look at the homework 6.1, problem number 10. Right? So we want to find the area of the region bounded by all these guys. Right? So let's do that. Alright, so first we have to kind of look at where these things are. So you have y equals 5 natural log of x over 7x squared. Right? Denominator is always positive, and it looks like x is going between 1 and e. So natural log of 1 is 0, but anything bigger than that, it's going to be positive. So this guy is never negative. And then we're looking at the x-axis, right? So this guy is always above the x-axis. So we can see that this guy is going to be our top curve. And this is going to be our bottom curve. Alright, then x go from 1 to e. Alright, so the area that we are interested in is going to be integral from 1 to e, and top curve, so it's going to be 5 natural log of x over 7x squared, right? Then minus 0, so I'm not going to write that, so it's going to be dx. Right? So we're going to use the integration by parts to evaluate this. Right? So first, I'm going to actually pull out the constant. So you have a 5 over 7. I'm going to pull that out. So you're going to have, right, 5/7, right? Then you have an integral 1 to e, right? Then you have a natural log of x, and times, I'm going to just write it as x to the negative 2 power, since x is sitting on the bottom. So it's a dx, right? So integration by parts. So let u be natural log of x, as usual. Then dv be x to the negative 2 dx, right? Then go through the usual drill. Du over dx is equal to 1 over x, right? Then multiply both sides by dx, so that we can find du, which is dx over x, right? Then here we can take divide both sides by dx, which is x to the negative 2. Then find the antiderivative of that. So v's antiderivative of that would be add 1 to the power, so x to the negative 1. And divide by negative 1 is same thing as multiply by negative 1. Alright, so we have that. Alright, so let's go through this. So this is going to be equal to 5/7 is just the outside. Then you have bracket, right? So we're going to do a u times v, right? So it's going to be negative natural log of x over x to the negative 1 is 1 over x. So this guy goes from 1 to e, minus integral from 1 to e. Then we're going to multiply v and du, right? So in this case, there's a negative sign there, so I'm going to turn it into a positive sign. Right, this is 1 over x, and this is 1 over x, so you have x to the negative 2 power dx. Alright, then we have, right, 5 over 7 is still there. Right, then plug in e. Right, if you plug in e, natural log of e is 1 over e, so it's negative 1 over e minus, so with the negative sign, plus sign, and plug in 1. Actually, it's 0, so it's actually, that's gone. Alright, then you have a plus sign, so I shouldn't have erased it. And then antiderivative of this guy would be x to the, add 1 to the power, divide by -1. So it's negative from 1 to e. Right? Then you would have, right, so 5/7. Then you plug in, so you have a -1/e plus, right, plug in e, so it's going to be a -1/e actually. So this should be going to be minus 1/e, right? Right, then minus, but with a negative sign, so it's going to be plus 1 to the -1 is just 1. Right? Then you will see that this is going to be equal to, so 5/7, right? Then 1 minus, there are two of them, so 2/e. Right? So this is the area of the region we're interested in. All right, let's type it in. All right, so the answer we got was 5/7. And the quantity 1 minus 2/e. Right? Oops, wrong place. 2/e. Alright, let's check. Alright, it came back and looks like we got this one correctly as well. Alright, that's it. I hope that this was clear.